Hello everyone, my name is Mumbles, and we're back with another video. It's been quite a while, actually. This is Vampire Survivors. If you've been anywhere online recently, especially around Twitch, you've probably seen a lot of this game, actually. It's been making the rounds. It became a little bit of a flavor of the month thing. And I would almost say that's why I picked it up, but kind of not really. I mean, I did pick it up, primarily because I saw it online, but I also sank like over 50 hours into it, which is maybe bad. I'm not sure. That's a lot of hours. That's kind of what I was looking for. There's been, like, I think I've made one video about this game, and since then, I think there's been 4 separate updates. Like, I guess content patches, you could also call them. A couple new stages have been added. And you may also notice, if you watched the previous video, that was also on the Inlaid Library, which is this map. And that's because this is my favorite map. It's also the easiest map, incidentally. As you continue to view my stuff, you may notice a tendency where I am not one of those challenge gamers. I wouldn't say that I don't enjoy a challenge, but I'm definitely one of the more, like, casual, I guess, in that sense, where I'm just like, I like getting good at a game, but not to a degree where I'll actually go competitive with it. I just want to have a good time, and I don't mind if game is easy, basically. Kind of don't really know what to take, to be honest. Do I have something that I know for a fact I won't take? Not really. I guess we'll use our last reroll. Sure. We'll hopefully make up for that lost XP, basically. But yeah, there's been a lot of updates. There's actually been multiple evolved weapons and all sorts of stuff put into the game, and I'll eventually, like, touch on all of that. I don't think I can, considering I'm not even sure what the last video was actually about. I don't know if I could recap every single update since then, and even if I could, I don't know if I want to, so we will not do that. We'll do just randomly talking while playing this game. This is a new character, by the way, in case you were wondering. She starts with, like, double pistols and gains damage. That's basically all you need to know. Every level. And there's no cap on it, but it's only 1% per level. I think that's, like, plenty of actual game data. I don't really know. Like, you know, I've been gone a long time. Previously, I was working on, like, a separate YouTube channel where I was doing, like, a little news segment about wargaming stuff, mostly Games Workshop stuff, but to be honest, I burnt the hell out on that because they kept putting out just so much stuff that it was just ridiculous. So after a while, I just got, like, fed up and basically stopped covering that. That's kind of like a negative thing, and I think this will be, like, the main topic that we'll try to deal with in this video. Kind of, like, overworking myself, I guess, and encountering some burnout issues and, like, being in a funk. So that's not the only time that I've had, like, a similar problem in life, with the video making, I mean. Like, the content creation stuff, I burnt out on the wargame stuff, like, primarily because I was spending quite a bit of time per week on it. Like, I was making a video every single day for over 3 months. Just like a couple days past 3 months, but still, that's a lot of time, and that's a pretty long time to do something, in my opinion, if you do it every day. After a certain point, it becomes like a habit, obviously, but it doesn't change the fact that you can still burn out on it. It stops being fun a little while into it, which is what happened with me. I pushed on, like, a little bit, and when it really just was no fun, I kind of just said, you know what, like, I just want out. Like, this is no longer actually enjoyable for me. I thought that would, like, maybe help me a little, but it kind of didn't, actually, which is a little bit sad. And that's kind of, like, I guess what I'm trying to get to is I've been in a little bit of a funk lately, and I don't really know how to fix it. And to be honest, this is just my therapy session now, where I just talk into the void. And if you are listening to this, then I've messed up, basically, because I don't think there's someone supposed to be in the void, but I also don't have, like, a way to influence this, essentially, and there is a part of me that definitely wants to publish this. Not so much as a cry for help, but just because, like, I don't know, maybe in the span of the next 30 minutes, I'll say something interesting that you'll find valuable. Kinda doubtful. I'm not really renowned for making great points, to be honest. I can speak very eloquently, but usually the stuff I say is incredibly dumb, because guess what, I'm kinda dumb. But that's okay, maybe, I don't know. But yeah, I've been in, like, a weird mood lately, where I've just not been able to get stuff done. Like, not work-wise, I've been, like, doing my work, I've been doing my job, I work in an office, for, like, well, actually in the family business. I've been doing, like, fine with that, I would say. Runetracer also has an actual evolved version now, by the way, just as a quick little aside. It used to be, like, in my opinion, one of the best weapons, and now it has, like, an even better version, which is pretty sweet. But yeah, like, I've been mostly functional. I think that's kind of part of the problem, actually. Like, the issue that I'm experiencing is that I'm still capable of taking part in stuff and just, like, talking to people and actually, like, trying to, like, meeting deadlines, fulfilling, like, tasks. I even do, like, regular exercise. And I keep that up. I mean, I have horrible eating habits, so it doesn't have, like, the effect that I think it would have if you were a normal person with, like, an actual, like, good diet, but that's completely besides the point, and something that I will be trying to fix starting next week, actually. I've made, like, a hard promise to just, like, stop messing about and get my act together, at least a little bit. At least, like, put my back into it, because what I've been doing for the last, like, couple weeks is just straight up ridiculous. But still, it's one of those things where, like, I really feel that I'm like in some kind of mood, like a really bad mood if you've been like that. I don't want to say depressed because I think that's kind of overused these days. It feels like literally everyone constantly is saying that they're depressed, and everyone is saying it all the time, and maybe like being open about our emotions is a good thing, but at the same time, I don't know, dude, like it feels like it's become fashionable to just like mention that you have like all sorts of emotional issues. So I don't really know. So I don't want to call it like a depressed state. I certainly don't think it's actual depression. Like, I am not a medical professional of any degree, so I don't think diagnosis is something I should be making, especially not about myself, to be honest with you. But like, even in the depressed mood, I'm like, I don't know, like you can tell, I'm having a hard time deciding if I want to call it that or not. But either way, it's one of those things. I should pick up that chest, by the way, because it's gonna despawn if the pentagram goes off, because I don't think we have enough levels in it where it occasionally keeps rewards. It also has an evolved version now. I feel like I'm jumping between topics a lot, but again, maybe that's because of my mental state. I'm not really sure. But essentially, I just wanted to use this video to just talk about some stuff, but I'm not really sure what to call the mood that I'm in. I guess it's, I'm just gonna go with the meme version that I often use, which is real sad boy hours. That's what we're encountering right now. I'm not gonna risk it. I want the pentagram, but I also wanted the red gem XP. There we go. That's why we did it like that. It was all planned. But yeah, so this is just real sad boy hours. And I mean, it's annoying me, to be honest with you. It's very annoying because despite the mood that I'm mentioning, like, I'm not really happy, to be honest, but I'm functional. And I mean, I can sit down and do this video and talk, and I'm sure that I will be able to keep up the conversation until the end of the video, no problem. Also have, like, a couple of sides about my life and just, you know, stuff that's been happening in this game. And I think that's cool, but at the same time, I think that's part of the problem, because the problem is partially that I'm basically functional despite all the like discomfort that I'm experiencing. I was really like thinking about how to phrase it, and that I am gonna go with discomfort. I definitely feel that it is like some kind of discomfort that I'm basically feeling, like an emotional kind of discomfort. And I guess my issue is that because I'm functional, because I'm still at least partially able to do all the things that I was doing previously, like hang out with people and like do at least some stuff at my job, because sometimes I do mess up, don't get me wrong, and I have noticed that like this feeling that I have these days doesn't contribute positively to my actual performance, which is understandable, to be honest, like from my perspective. But, like, despite that, I still get some stuff done. I'm mostly, like, capable. And as a consequence, I think people just don't really ask if, like, you know, like, anything's going on. And, I mean, I don't even know if they did, if I would be comfortable, like, answering. Like, anybody. Like, I'm not sure. But that's the thing, it never comes up. So, in my head, I can't deal with the hypothetical situation. But I don't have to, because it never happens, basically. Because no one ever asks. And maybe that's a good thing, because I don't know how I would react. But simultaneously, I think maybe it would be beneficial, because I can't imagine that not talking about this is healthy. But, yeah, that's kind of why I'm sitting here now talking about it, hoping that it helps. I'm not sure that it will. But I guess we'll see. At least, you know, I'll get it off my chest. That's something. That's gotta count for something. Let's delete everything off of the screen. Thank you. I guess we got the 25%. I was about to say, like, I don't know how stuff stayed there, but then I remember we already got that level up, so it's okay. But yeah, so I guess, like, I'm if I am actually in a depressed mood, I'm not like bad enough where I'm like incapable of living my life currently, and there is a part of me that wishes that it was worse just for that reason, so that it was maybe more noticeable, and like I would have to deal with that situation of someone asking like, yo, what the hell's been going on with you? But until it comes up, I'm just like, well, I guess, you know, we'll deal with it. I'm not sure it's getting better or worse. It's mostly just stagnating, to be honest, which maybe is a good thing. I mean, I don't think so, to be completely honest with you. I don't think being this way is actually very beneficial at all. But at the same time, I guess it could be worse. I could be getting worse. So maybe I'm not getting worse. I don't know. It's all very confusing. But I figured, you know, like this would be a good time to kind of... I don't dare take it. I don't dare take it. Let's just take that. Let's take the chest. We've been getting pentagram level ups at a very inopportune time every single time so far. It's been a tough decision. Normally, this game requires even fewer brain cells than what we're putting in right now, but it has not been the case so far. Although it's still not really a demanding title in that sense. But yeah, like, you know, I don't really know. I guess I don't want to say that I wish I was doing worse, but there is a part of me that's just like, I kind of wonder if I was doing worse, if people would notice, but I think that's also incredibly selfish. And moving on from that, I think that's like another issue that I'm experiencing, which is simply that I really feel that everyone has just so much shit going on in their lives that I'm just not very comfortable, like, bringing all this up to people that I know, which comes off as really fucking weird because I'm basically now just literally recording this with a microphone, and my, you know, plan for the future with it is to just upload it to the internet where basically anybody can view it. Like, that's kind of weird, isn't it? Yeah, that was guaranteed to just, like, delete everything, but that's okay. Again, I don't know if that's, like, a good thing, but like I said, I think talking about stuff is usually good, maybe. I don't know. Maybe it'll help. I'm hoping that it'll help. And if it doesn't, it's like, well, I guess we tried. But cool, we're already here. I wanted to get this book. Well, I will get the book eventually, just not yet, though. So I'm really not sure, but I do feel that, like, everyone that I know is either in a situation where I wouldn't want to make them sad by talking about how sad I am, I guess, or actually has, like, significantly greater problems than anything I'm experiencing. At which point it feels really awful to just talk to them and be like, yo, like, I get it, like, you are having a really tough time, but, like, imagine my situation where, like, I'm having a significantly less tough time than you, but somehow I'm gonna, you know, posture myself to make it seem like it's way worse, even though it probably isn't as bad as I feel that it is. I don't know. It's just very awkward because, again, I feel like it's something I gotta talk about to people, but I also am very scared to talk about it to the people that I know. Because I'm just, like, mortified that it's really dumb and it doesn't matter. I don't really know what I should take. I don't want garlic, I can tell you that much for a fact. I guess I could take the axe, but I don't know if I like the axe. I mean, spinach might help. Yeah, I guess let's take that. Why not? I was very much debating what to do there, in case it wasn't obvious. But yeah, my problem is essentially, I mean, we can take this and it'll give us like an Evo. It is Thunderloop, wonderful. But yeah, I am like kind of struggling. Primarily because I don't want to be like a burden on people. That's been like an issue for me kind of all my life, where I really don't want to like upset people and be very demanding of them. I don't know, dude. I think it's like a self-esteem problem for the most part, where I don't think that like people should have to deal with me at my worst, basically. And I guess that like makes it sound very awful, but maybe it's like a bit of an exaggeration. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't know how to phrase it so it doesn't come off as like super fucking weird. I can drop like an F-bomb, right? It's been a few minutes. Like, it's okay now. Yeah, it's been a while. It's been a while. It's okay. We can do it. I mean, I could take Magic Wand and eventually we'll be able to evolve it. And I mean, if we evolve the pistols, then we'll have another spot. Let's do it? I don't know. I don't know. Normally I'm like a little bit more sane about these things, but I guess I'm just like, I don't care, dude. What do we actually want as like the final item now? Because I don't know. I mean, I guess we could just take the thing, to be honest. Let's think about this for a moment. If I take the thing, I'll get a chance to evolve the Magic Wand into the Holy Wand, which is pretty sweet. And then we'll open up a spot, and we'll be able to take Fire Wand, and then we'll be able to get Hellfire. But, yeah, I mean, I guess there's no point not to wait on it now. I don't... No. We can't do that. We legitimately can't do that. I actually think that I messed up now. No, we have Tiragisu. I'm confused. I'm very confused now. I don't know. Should I just take the damn thing? I really don't know. I'll figure it out. For the time being, I'm just gonna grind XP. And, like, just have a good time with that. But yeah, I always worry about just, like, making, like, dampening people like, somebody's mood, basically, by being a sad boy. And I think it's, like, the last thing anybody would want, but at the same time, I don't really mind, like, being there for my friends, I guess. It's like a double standard, you know? Like, I don't want to make anybody upset, but at the same time, I'm like, oh, like, you know, but, like, what if I make them upset? Is there something we definitely don't want? I mean, we definitely don't want Hollow Heart, I think. I'm just gonna take this thing so that we have something to level up. And now, like, we don't have to think about things for a little while. I think we haven't messed up majorly. I was worried that we had, but I don't think we have. I mean, I wish we would get more chests, but, yeah, everything's, like, leveled up. It would be great if we could actually get some Evos, but we'll get there eventually. I keep interrupting myself as well. Maybe that's something I should work on. I'm increasingly thinking that this recording will not see the light of day, and at that point, I'm wondering why I'm even bothering to record it. But I guess it's one of those open secrets, I guess, that yeah, I look, I'll just say it how it is. I don't think I've been doing good. Like, I've had a couple bad times in my life. The previous ones, I would say, were worse than this that I'm experiencing right now, but it doesn't change the fact that it's extremely uncomfortable to feel the way that I am feeling right now, because I don't really glean enjoyment from anything anymore. Like, I don't enjoy stuff anymore, basically. Not even this game, and I know that sounds like super freaking weird, because you must be thinking, like, why are you even playing this then? And that's the thing, it's just something to do. There are hours in the day that I don't have, like, a set thing to do in, and I just feel like I have to do something, so I do stuff. And I've been thinking a lot about, like, recording as a consequence, because at least maybe that'll make me feel accomplished. But I'm very worried that I'll like, go a little too hard on it, like I did with my other YouTube channel, and just, like, I don't know, make myself feel bad in the end, basically, by, like, overworking myself. Even though, historically, I don't think I did that with videos. Like, even when I was doing daily recordings, I was actually enjoying the process. So, I don't know, but there is a part of me that's, like, extremely worried about it, I guess. But I don't really know. It's just very uncomfortable, a little bit distressing, because I used to have a lot of stuff that would make me feel quite good, actually, like my hobbies and stuff. I would very much enjoy spending time on them, and the last couple of times I've tried to do the mini painting stuff, actually, it's just not been that fun. It's been okay, but, like, not supremely fun, I guess. And I don't really know, man. I don't really know. It's just not been that great of a time. And that's, like, kind of upsetting, to be honest with you, because I poured, like, a lot of resources, a lot of time, a lot of everything into the hobbies that I engage with, and it sucks that I no longer, like, get the enjoyment that I used to from them, and I don't really know how to fix it. I don't know what broke, basically. I don't know, like, the hobby itself didn't change. I'm working on, like, different miniatures, sure, but if anything, I actually like those minis that I have right now, and perhaps I've been thinking for a very long time about painting them, and then when it comes down to actually working on them, I just keep finding excuses not to do it, because I actually don't enjoy the painting process that much. Same thing with assembly. It just takes extremely long to build stuff the way that I'm satisfied with it, and it just, like, consumes hours and hours of my life, and I don't actually enjoy it, because I feel like I don't achieve anything with it. Like, there's a model, like, finished at the end of it, but, like, I feel like I put so much time into it that it upsets me. Does that make sense? I hope that it does. This is a new weapon, by the way. It's, like, really strong. Also, we got extremely lucky that we were able to get Fire Wand, like, instantly like that, so that's, like, pretty sweet. But yeah, I don't really know, dude. I don't really know. It's been tough. It's been tough for sure, and I don't know what changed. I mean, I think the change has to be within me, right? Because like I mentioned, the hobby stuff hasn't changed drastically. It's still the same processes basically. It's still like, you know, build model, paint model, admire finish paint, like finished model, maybe go to like a tournament with it, but mostly just like play with friends and stuff. And that's kind of the thing that like nothing really does it for me anymore. I have like a few days next week set aside on like vacation. I'm not actually going anywhere. It's gonna be like a staycation kind of deal, and I'm looking to maybe like do a little bit more painting, and I feel like I kind of have to too. And I'm hoping that just by doing, you know, it's kind of like a learning by doing situation. I'm hoping that by getting back into it for like extended periods of time, I'll kind of rediscover my enjoyment for the hobby. But I'm a little scared that I won't, and it'll be like a waste of time. But I guess we'll see. Still, I don't know. I don't really know. But I really hope it'll go well, because I have a lot of stuff that I need to work on that I would. And that's kind of the thing. I think the way I'm phrasing things is like betraying my thought process, and I personally didn't know until I said the thing that I felt that way about it. Does that make sense? Does anything that I say make sense? I'm not sure anymore. I guess what I'm trying to say is, just earlier I said I need to work on stuff, and it's like, but you don't need to work on stuff, right? Like you don't, because this isn't your job. And I guess that's my problem. I feel like I've become like a workaholic in like every aspect of my life, but at the same time I'm incredibly unproductive with everything. Like, I don't do as much as I could. And that, like, upsets me, but at the same time, there's a part of my brain that, like, I guess rationalizes it by saying, like, that's okay. And it is okay not to be as productive as you can be, I think, especially given the circumstances that we've had for, like, the last couple of years, and, you know, current events, which I don't want to get into. Like, I guess it makes sense to maybe be a little bit more sensitive to stuff. It's okay, it kind of makes sense. But simultaneously, I also think that if, you know, you're no longer doing the stuff that you have fun with, then that just means that you're also not, like, having fun with it, right? Like, I don't... Look, I'm trying to say things, I don't think any of it is making sense. I'm hoping eventually it might, but I don't know. And this is kind of what I mean. I'm having a tough time with stuff. It doesn't feel like I'm me anymore, I guess, at certain points. And it's very weird. Normally, I have, like, a decent idea of what I'm like and what I do, and I still think that logically I have that, but at the same time, I've noticed, like, some of my behavior doesn't make sense like it used to, I guess, is what I'm trying to say. Like, I'm pretty extroverted, or at least historically I have been, and mostly these days, I'm just not anymore. Like, I still go out occasionally, but it's not the same. I don't know if, like, some previous experiences kind of, like, broke me in that regard, that I no longer, like, I'm scared of being hurt, basically, of, like, friends, I don't want to say betraying me, because that's, like, way too dramatic, but just, like, people essentially telling me that I'm not, like, you know, a nice person, and then just ditching me from that point on and ignoring me or whatever. And that has happened once. I think I covered it in, like, a Killing Floor 2 video, actually. And I don't know if that was, like, such a terrible experience for me that it, like, broke something in me or not. I'm scared maybe that it is. And, like, if it is, I don't know how to deal with that trauma. At that point, that is a trauma, right? Like, I can use that word and it's not overdramatic. Like, if it's kind of debilitating, which, again, I feel like it might be, I don't know. Like, I don't want it to be. I'm in my head, I'm trying to tell myself that it's not, that's not why, but maybe that's just denial, I really don't know. And that, like, kind of scares me. Like I said, I feel like I'm not in, like, harmony with myself. And again, that sounds so dumb, because I feel like you could read that in, like, a million places online, in, like, clickbaity articles that try to sell you, like, some kind of handicraft soap that will improve your life. If this is the thing you've been missing, just send $37 to this person in Wisconsin making soap, and it will fix your life. And it's like, I don't want to come off as that. I guess I'm scared of, like, what anybody will think of me about stuff if I express myself. Like, I don't want to come off as cheap and conventional, maybe, but simultaneously there are things that I think about, and some of it is stuff like this, where I'm just like, I don't know, man, maybe I did suffer, like, trauma recently because of that, because, like, a friend group, like, ostracized me, basically, and then completely, like, got rid of me, essentially. And I don't really know, man. I don't really know. Like, I didn't think that I was so fragile. I didn't think that that would affect me so greatly. And I guess maybe it did. And I've just not been open about that to myself. I'm not really sure. I'm not really sure anymore. I've been having a tough time with, like, a number of things because of that. Well, not because of the friend thing, but just in general, I guess. But I'm still, like, somehow, you know, doing my day-to-day, basically. I mean, I'm maybe not well, but I am definitely trying to do my day-to-day. And that's the thing. It's been up and down, basically. I really don't know. I really don't know. I don't know what would fix it. I guess that's the scariest part. Like, even if we ignore the source, because I guess maybe the source doesn't matter so much, because if it is an event that caused it, you can't change the past, basically, so it's no use, like, dwelling on it, essentially. It's more, in this case, funnily enough, like, treating the symptom, or the symptoms of something, in this case, like, actually being sad about stuff, I guess, is a symptom. Treating that would potentially be enough. But that's kind of the thing, I don't know how to treat that. Like, I'm not sure how to do it. I don't know what to do, basically. Because I can still sink my teeth into, like, game stuff, and I can still, like, sink my teeth into online stuff, but I don't, like, it doesn't help. It doesn't help. Like, playing this game right now, the moment I'll stop playing it and recording, I'll go back to the same, like, mental headspace of, like, I don't know what's wrong, and just, like, being puzzled about stuff, basically. So, essentially, this distraction obviously only lasts as long as I'm in the process of being distracted, which is perfectly logical when you think about it. Like, you know, I'm looking at some pretty pixels, I'm doing some stuff, but it's only going to distract me until it's on the screen. That makes perfect sense, until I'm looking at it, basically. It's just like, that's not gonna fix my problem, I guess. It's kind of the problem itself. And that's something I need to, like, actually figure out, like, what I need to do differently. And I'm not really sure. I'm very uncertain, to be honest. I've actually tried, like, changing my workout routine. I basically only do cardio now. And I'm actually having, like, more fun with it, and I've found it easier to keep it up than, like, alternating between, like, cardio and like, actually, like, doing some light weightlifting and some other exercise. Like, I've just kind of accepted, like, really, I feel like cardio right now is what my body actually needs, and I think I should just focus on it and fix my diet and then go from there. And once I do all of that, if I still feel like actually, like, working out, then I should, like, look deeper into it, because I have, like, a very surface level knowledge of working out just in general. I know, like, some stuff, but I never, like, got the knowledge I think I would need to excel at it. But that's kind of the thing. I've been, like, more honest with myself about it, and I've kind of realized that I actually don't, like, I don't want to be, like, World's Strongest Man 2024 or something. Like, I got no illusions about becoming that. I'm just like, no, dude, like, I basically, you know, took a good hard think about it, and I just realized that I've never historically pictured myself as, like, a frickin' built like a mountain kind of dude. I've just been like, I did the exercise that I did because I wanted to, like, be slightly healthier and also just, like, not feel weak, I guess. Like, not feel totally weak. And I think I can still do that, but at the same time, I think right now cardio is, like, more important for me. But we'll see. I don't really know. I don't really know. Like, again, I've been enjoying that more than the alternating stuff, but it hasn't fixed my life. And I guess, like, that upsets me a little, because originally, when I started, like, incorporating exercise into my life in a huge way, and just, really, like, I wouldn't say structuring my days around it, because that's, like, definitely an overstatement. But, you know, once you start doing regular exercise, it's supposed to improve your mood, and it did. It actually helped quite a bit at a certain point, but that's kind of why I'm disappointed now, because it doesn't anymore. I feel like every single thing in my life, and this is gonna come off as, like, so bad, and again, like, this is a statement that I would never dare to say around, like, my friends, because I think it's so ignorant, but it feels like I'm, like, a fucking substance abuser. Like, it feels like I'm an addict, and the stuff I'm addicted to is, like, working out and hobbying, and it's made me numb to these things now. Like, I feel like I did the stuff too much now. Like, even though, like I said, I'm not, like, super athletic or whatever, and like, I've never been, like, I've never been in, like, amazing shape. I've been in, like, okay shape, like, at a couple points in my life. So, but still, I feel like I I over abused it somehow, and like it doesn't give me that high anymore. And same thing with the hobby stuff, where like I did so much of it that it no longer gives me any enjoyment, and that like really upsets me. It feels like my frickin' like receptors in my brain are messed up, I guess is what I'm trying to say. But I don't know why they're messed up. Like I don't know, dude. I didn't mean to break them, but I guess I did. And it makes me upset. It makes me upset because I don't know how I messed things up. I don't know how I messed it all up. You see, I'm even messing up talking now. What the hell? But yeah, I don't know what I did to fuck it all up. But it definitely feels like I fucked it all up, is I guess what I'm trying to say. It's scary. Like, I can talk about it with a smile on my face right now, and again, that kind of scares me, because I don't know. I guess I'm trying to make this, like, entertaining in the way that I'm talking about it, but also trying to be, like, earnest, and I hope I've been striking a good balance, but it does all, like, scare me, because, again, I don't know what's been going on. I haven't historically felt this way. I've had my lows, and they were pretty bad, but like, I don't know, not like this, I guess. It hasn't historically been like this until now. So I don't really know, dude. I don't really know. I mean, eventually I hope I'll figure it out. I really think I need to, because at a certain point, like, it's gonna catch up with me, and I think I'll become non-functional. That's, like, my biggest fear, I guess. I think if I do just, like, break down, it'll just be the end of me. Like, I don't know if I'll be able to get back up, I guess is my fear. So, like, I feel like right now I'm just, like, running, basically, because I'm at least in the motion of running, and I'm scared as hell of, like, tripping, because I feel like if I do, I just won't be able to get back up. I just won't be able to get started again. Even though I feel like I'm barely even doing the stuff I'm doing right now, but at least I'm, like, kinda doing it, I guess. You know, it's like, well, I'm like, doing 10%, but at least I'm doing something. I'm scared if I go back down to 0, I'll stay at 0, or God forbid, I'll go into the negatives. I don't really know. It's all very scary, and I guess I'm turning it into an open secret by talking about it like this. I mean, I'm also trying to, like, keep it entertaining. I feel like this is a very heavy subject, and I don't know, maybe it'll resonate with people. Simultaneously, though, having said that, I kind of also hope no one fucking listens or watches this shit, because I can't imagine, like, enjoying listening to a rant like this, I guess, even though I'm simultaneously putting, like, an actual real effort into trying to make it entertaining. I'm like, I don't think listening to insane ramblings like this is good for your soul, or your brain, or anything, to be honest, but like, I don't know, man. I guess what I'm trying to say is, if I'm giving you lasting emotional damage by talking about my emotional damage, I'm sorry, it was not my intention. But I feel like I needed to talk to somebody, and I guess, you know, my idea of somebody was a microphone. Which I guess is sad? I don't know. Again, I feel very confused about all of this. I think maybe that's supposed to be sad, but simultaneously, I don't agree with it. It's like I can't come to a conclusion about anything. I think that's also the topic of this video. But I mean, hey, on like slightly better news, I guess, we had a wonderful run, and we are continuing to have a wonderful run of Vampire Survivors. I mean, we're just Odin fools left, right, and center. We got a great build, actually, with one of the new characters. Although, to be honest with you, this is a very easy map, and also, I believe the character is something Pugnala, or Pugnala something. I don't know. I've only played with them like a dozen times, and I never bothered to learn the name, but that's okay. I've had very few bad runs with this character, is what I'm trying to say. They're pretty strong. They're pretty strong. So, I mean, that's a good thing. You know, you gotta, like, count your blessings, I suppose. Sometimes I don't get this lucky in this game. Occasionally, especially with the items that are made up of, like, multiple weapons, although there are, I believe, only 2 in the game, you sometimes run into an issue, like, trying to build your last weapon, because you most likely will have exhausted all of your rerolls and skips and other stuff. I mean, they did add a couple more of those in the latest update, but still. We did get super lucky this time, and I mean, we have, if you check it out, we have, like, a complete selection of evolved weapons, and some of them are really strong, like Gorgeous Moon, the thing that is, like, popping off right now, and just insta-killing stuff, and then collecting the XP. Yeah, that's a new thing. That's the evolved pentagram. It's pretty sweet. In slightly better news, I need, like, a new keyboard soon, dude. I think maybe you've even heard it in this video, but like my spacebar is breaking down. I think I pressed it on the side too much and it's just completely busted. I don't play that many first-person shooters anymore these days. Like I've been playing a little bit of Left 4 Dead 2, but not too much of it. I would say like a couple hours every 2 weeks or so. Haven't really been on Killing Floor 2 in a while, but then I don't remember how much, like I don't even know if you jump a lot in Killing Floor 2, like actually. In Left 4 Dead, I think it's more of a thing, but I've noticed nowadays that like my spacebar is a weird one. So I think it's a sign that this keyboard is breaking down. It's like a 5 or 6 year old keyboard, so I mean it served me pretty well. But I think it's going to be time for a new one soon. I haven't even started looking into it, like what kind of other keyboards exist on the market. But there are a lot of them, I'm sure. I think I would like to get like another mechanical one. For my job, I use like a wireless one, and I gotta say I don't have a lot of fun with that one. Like I use it at work because it's convenient. I have like a laptop that I use with like a separate screen and whatnot at my workstation. But I don't like the wireless keyboard. It's not that great. Sometimes there's like, you know, like input lag with it. Sometimes it gets like super messy to use. I don't really have fun with it. Even though we have like a pretty good run, we are encountering like some pretty awful situations now where we're no longer killing anything apparently. Welcome to the glorious world of 50, yeah, it is just 50% curse, which should not be that bad, but simultaneously somehow is that bad, so I don't know what to tell you, dude. You can also actually take this to an even higher level of curse, which is just insane. I'm gonna take some health to at least go to max health, and hopefully once the stuff comes back, stand a better chance of living. I'm not sure. I'm not sure we'll live, because I think we're gonna take too much contact damage. I guess we should break some more stuff, hopefully, and get like some pickups. We'll try. We're gonna try. But I got like a bad feeling because we're not seeing anything. There's nothing to pick up. Actually, there's nothing at all. We are definitely getting overrun here. I mean, can I live until Gorgeous Moon pops off? Yeah, I mean, we did. Cool. Once again, we're gonna sacrifice a bunch of gold to just get our health back and hopefully live slightly longer, which I guess doesn't matter that much because we're gonna die anyway. The sad part is the cool beams that I'm doing, we're gonna lose like a bunch of them because they're tied to the number of revivals that you have. Yeah, we did lose our health. We're gonna go back down like by 1 beam now. I guess like take a little bit of health and just hope for the best. We leveled up so much that like even the red XP gems don't give us that much benefit anymore. It's quite sad. Oh cool, now we level up after dying. I will say this is literally my experience every time with Gorgeous Moon. It just takes so goddamn long for it to actually do something. Even though if you like reduce the cooldown, I think at one point with one of the characters I reduced the cooldown to like 4 seconds, it's still not good enough because the triggering of the item itself is like 15 seconds. It's insane how long it is. I guess we should have taken health, but I mean, we kind of lived. I'm pretty sure we're dead now. It's just, oh no, we still have a revive. Yeah, we just used up our last one. Well, there we go. I'm surprised we made it to 30 minutes, and I mean, we almost made it to level 200, which is kind of nice. I think this might be the highest level that I've gotten. I kind of wish the game would track all of that, to be honest. There's so much stuff in the game that is tracked. Like, you can see all the DPS stuff over here, and then, you know, there's no, like, lifetime stats for some reason. I guess that's something they might add in the future. But hey, this was an incredibly rambly video about some kind of heavy things, I guess. So if you got this far, which I highly doubt, then I'm simultaneously grateful and also scared because I don't know why you would get this far. But I guess thank you for listening if you did. I think that's, you know, the courteous thing to say. And I mean, I hope you have a good day. And as selfish as it sounds, I hope I have a good day. But yeah, I hope that you had a good time, maybe even a little bit. And I guess, like, I'll see you in the next one. Again, I don't know. It's been months since I've done anything on this channel, and I don't know if that's how I want to do stuff. It's just been how it is. But if there is a next one, I'll see you in it. Maybe, hopefully. I don't know. Let's just end it here, dude.